Hello everyone, this is Don Kingdom 362. I'm playing as Gunmuse, and today we're going to do some talk about player versus player PvP troop calculators. Alright, I've done some looking and digging around, and a lot of my work is out there in other people's names, and it's wonderful. The fact of the matter is, I developed the math, and we push. Couple questions that a lot of people have asked. Okay, I can't find the spreadsheets. As you can see on your screen right now, there's a word that says spreadsheets. All right. So you can download the new Guru. You just go find the website now. If you're on a phone or mobile device, the bandwidth restriction format that we have on the website, we are as friendly as we can be to your mobile data. So a lot of these graphic stuffs here, you're going to have little, it'll look like a brown bar on your mobile device. Make sure that, you find the menu if you're downloading the mobile device. Now the spreadsheets are in Excel's format. Okay, and I'm not going to take it back out of that. I have people who are sending me back the Guru in their Google Drive format. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't like it. And the reason I don't like it is anytime you upload something to Google Drive, it changes it into its format, and Google thinks it owns it. It loves to turn around and put ads around it. It loves to do everything but pay the guy who built the content. Google doesn't make anything. They tell you where somebody else built it. So if you're taking my work, uploading it to a Google Drive for people to share back and forth, and you want to send it back to me, you're going to have to find somebody who is not trying to say the world is evil if Microsoft exists. Because the only people saying that is the guy stealing my work and putting ads around it, which his name is Google. All right, guys. I'm not hating on you for it. I am going to hate on Google for it because they can't even acknowledge that Microsoft created spreadsheets. They're busy trying to copy, push their own, and they're unsuccessful at it, which is the real problem with it. 92% market share, and they can't get people to use their product. If that doesn't tell you there's a problem with it, the problem is security. Stop stealing my stuff. That's what we're saying out here. Okay, but there's a button there. There's a spreadsheet. There's the old Spinebreaker 1, the one we've had out there since December 1st. There's the Tempted Death, which was prior to December 1st. It was about 4 or 5 months prior to that, all the way back to patch 2.0. Now the Tempted Death is if you're just now hearing about it, you've probably heard about it. You just didn't know that's what it was called. If you're below T9s, if you're the T8 guys, I argued with myself whether or not to put this up again, because they sell stats so cheaply now that if you're a T8 guy, honestly, there is no great formation for you. Because you're going to get outstatted because you've got so much other growth to be doing. So we're going to be talking about that in some upcoming training stuff. And that is getting your stats done before you worry about building your troops. Okay, you need to do some. As I looked and reviewed what we've done over the last year, I've come to the conclusion that you need to be a little more daily routine, a little longer than you used to. So something's got to change there, because in order to be good, you're either going to have to spend greatly, and nobody wants to do that, or you're going to have good habits. And we're going to go over those good habits. Now, I promise you I'm going to clean up this website a little bit. The website sends more traffic to YouTube than YouTube sends me myself. Okay, so I know you use it. What we don't get on YouTube is any views of videos that happen on Facebook or Twitter or Twitch or whatever, all the other platforms. The 40,000 people a day who look at the videos, I get the 1,000 a day that actually open it on YouTube. When you watch them on my website, I get no credit for it. even though I created the content, I own the content, it's my content, and I put it on my channel, that I am API locked into. Whatever the method of the madness is for not showing the math so that we look more popular than we are, doesn't matter. Not the point of what we're doing there anyway. The point is to get the ability to show you stuff. Okay, so there's that update. All right, and then I stuck the UAZ zone map. That's in a PDF format. Now, you guys have watched probably dozens of videos right now, and for those... Well, my security system there. Let's open that. And of course, it opened on another page. Bring it in here. All right, so here's my zone map. This is what we use, and it's got old names on it from back when we very started. I wasn't going through there and redoing all that. But the system has never changed. And you see us win those UACs time and time again. I got dozens of people that we've invited to the rooms, experts, who go, God, you guys are a freaking nightmare. And this, I'm pointing with my finger, this is what I teach. Okay? I think the only adjustment that I've made to this map was I swapped out one of my bigs for the Strat Center. And I put the Strat Center directly next to the forest, and then moved my big defender one square out, and it works. And this is about travel times, and I mean, it's one of those things where when you first implement it, if you don't understand that your job is to frustrate people, make them go someplace where it's easier to plunder than you, then you're not getting the point to this. It's really hard, because I can have one person sitting right here where the Strat Center is now, because Strat Center's over here, and that person can keep you away from 5 or 6 points. We'll let you sit in the tower. We'll frustrate you till you stack up in one tower. I don't care. While the rest of my teams are out plundering, we're still gathering treasure on the towers you can't get to. So I do only, where you put the one big guy in the middle strategy, where you put all the towers in there. The problem is if somebody in your alliance screws up there, then I'm going to own you. And I kind of get it every single time we do UAC, guys. Somebody always pops. I'll sit there and watch them like a hawk and grab them. And then I'll spend 4 or 5 hours making sure they got no treasure. They'll be so far behind in points they don't know what happened. So, the new Spine Breaker 2 is the page that you're looking at now. So, over here on the calculators, you got the original Spine Breaker. All right, that's what we've been operating off of. And I got a video up there, and I will have a video up there for the new Spine Breaker 2 when I get to it. All right. Because the new Spine Breaker 2, the old one was prior to War Talents coming out. War Talents come out and changed the game. So, I also need to keyword update. I talk as if the people I'm talking to know what I'm talking about, and I forget that I need to keyword inject my titles and my descriptions and things like that in order to get you to be able to find the content when you don't know what you're looking for. So I'm going through and cleaning my methods up of how I engage the audience. Statistically, my click-through rate's higher than everybody else's, and that's the number that we look for. We don't care about views or anything else. It's how engaged the audience is. So there's the old one. If you like it better, it's got an extra tier to it. And no, we did not forget to put other tiers on there. All right, we're going down to like tier 3 troops for a tier 10 guy. So let's go look at the Spinebreaker 2. Now the difference in Spinebreaker 2. Spinebreaker 2, War Talents came out. War Talents changed the game. Everybody whining, crying, pissing, moaning, oh God, I need T11s. T11s got so overpowered. No, they did not. Guys, I had to look at this from a unique perspective of I have got hours and hours and hours of videos of me pushing C35s around from the time I was a C29 because I do troop calculators. Okay? I know where the math lies. So think about the guy who went out and bought the T11 6 months ago, and here comes a C29 kicking his ass. You know, you'd be one mad ass C35. All right? They stuck war talents into the game, which allowed, and the war talents worked off subclasses. Well, the subclasses were already in the game. They've been there since day one. So a T911 formation and a T9 formation and a T11 formation are very similar. Okay? And I'm going to put up individual calculators for that, but right now I stuck a T10. You can no longer I gave you an error. Hey, I don't work with T9s anymore. And that's because these tiers are now subclass specific. Okay, so before on the Spinebreaker 1, they were not subclass specific. Better than just slapping your stuff in there. Okay, so you got to understand, Spinebreaker was revolutionary player versus player calculator. There's a reason so many people are grabbing my work and copying it. It works. And then they'll go in there and they'll act like they're doing something specific. As for asking for your stats change so fast. I mean, I'm jumping 100, 150 every couple weeks. Guys, just know where and why you're stacking your stacks. It's going to be more about training than anything. I got to cough a second. So, the Spinebreaker 2 is optimized for a C30 castle. Okay. It is also optimized for attack. And the reason I'm saying that is I got one that we're going to call back brace that is going to be optimized for defense. Okay, and the back brace is coming. The back brace is harder to test because you got to take hits in order to justify that what your math is doing work. I don't just slap this stuff up here to get you to come look at it. Okay, I really, really, really want it to work for you. That's one of the reasons we released to everybody the Guru Calculator. The Guru Calculator gives you all 81 variables in a formation to play with. If you can come up with something better than what I've got going, then you fill out the Guru Calculator, send it to me, and I can look at your work and I can go and test it. Now, you got to understand the goal when I'm talking to a mass audience. Okay, I'm not talking to the guys who spent $15,000 on their castle last month. And I'm not talking to the guys who are T8s for 7 months and they want to go kill C30s tomorrow because they haven't even bought the dollar to open up the shooting gallery yet. Okay, I just can't talk to those two audiences because you're not even close to the majority. You are 2.5% on the upper end and like 7% on the bottom end. So it's the 90% of us in the middle who spend $40 a week on this game. That's who I have to address the math that I build for. So those guys, we build the calculator in a way that right now, with this formation, this is the formation I use. So all you guys who have faced me recently and your C35s all up to C38s, I have been busting their butts with this. I mean, New World the other day, I wish I'd have filmed it, but I was busy doing math, not busy doing filming. I'm knocking people all over the place with this stuff. I'm losing about 50,000 troops per march to their full 200,000-300,000. That's giving me the win light. Not an optimal number. It is an optimal number. I'm looking when I run my calculator so that you guys know, I'm trying to get a 5-to-1 kill ratio. If I only lose one troop for every 5 I kill, I consider my math successful. That means I'm in the fight 5 times longer per my dollar per their dollar. So my $40 a week is worth 200 of their dollars a week. That makes me effective. That makes me, everybody going, oh wow, you're such a good player. I'm a freaking math whiz. I just do this because I enjoy the math as much as I enjoy the game, guys. There's not a hit that takes place that I don't look through the stats report and freaking start calculating what happened. And I get pigeonholed, and when I start doing the filming and I skip over stuff, and it's hard for me to slow down. And I hear you guys, and I'm actually hearing it in my voice now, where I talk too quickly. It's my thought processes are weeks away, and so it's hard to engage the mouth in the now. Sounds like I'm on, crack over here or something. Okay, now the new Spinebreaker 2 only goes down to tier 4. All right, and there's Method of the Madness. We shuffled the percentages per tier around to deal with fighting up. All right, that means my tier 10s against somebody's tier 11s. And this reduced my cost of heal. Doesn't mean you're not going to lose full marches in UAC against a guy who's a well-built T11 castle. If stats are equal, and my stats equal or exceed most T11, most C35s on my C32, you can go blow for blow. At that point, you better start watching some of my strategy center stuff and the tactical stuff that we do for overcompensating against a bigger opponent. We're not afraid to make you better. We're happy that you're learning to do it. So Spinebreaker 2 is there. And I'm excited to do things. I looked around at other people's YouTube stuff, and I was going to go out and do like Captain Cowboy and Phoenix and stuff like that, but frankly, they gave up a long time ago. Their videos got embedded in websites a long time ago. They get free views from that as if they still cared about the game, but they quit the game. I don't even know why Phoenix is in the Discord. What do you call it? Developer room. The guy's latest video is why to leave Guns of Glory. It was right next. Oh man, that was just funny. It was right next to the second anniversary video that they put on their Facebook over there for the Guns of Glory that made you go to, and then right next to it was the 5 top reasons to leave Guns of Glory, and that guy's actually in their developer room. So, if you ever want to hear about bad advice, take it from the guy who's operating for your competitor's game. But I'm still committed to what we're doing here. Okay, so galleries, but Esqua, I hope I'm saying that right, buddy. I talked to him. I looked at his video, and I got interested because I was looking up the truth calculator stuff, right? And he did a deal where he went and used my calculator to use on the Wolf finally. He goes, I finally broke down and started using the calculator. And he cited my website, things like that. And I said, well, that's actually more than just nice. He didn't have to. But then I don't have to turn around and let you see every video he's ever done about Guns of Glory either. But I'm going to, because it's about you learning things. And then I don't have to do so much content. It's not that, like I said, the video portion of it is something that I have to do to engage you, but it's not something that I intend to do when I start. For me, my method is get all the tools together and then do a video showing you the tools. Well, gosh, Spinebreaker 2 took almost 3.5 months. From the development of Spinebreaker 1, then War Talents came out, then the understanding of War Talents came out. Oh, I need to go back and tell you that. See, this is why I don't edit film, and I don't write outlines down, and so I'm going to go back to Spinebreaker 2. Like I said, it's the War Talent mix. So you got to know where's the War Talent portion of it. What the hell, man? All right, guys. Looky. See where it says Tier 10 Infantry Cavalry? Then it doesn't say nothing next to it. Tier 9 Infantry, that's where I want you to put your War Talents. Tier 9 Distance, that's where I want you to put your War Talents. Tier 8s, Tier 7 infantry. There's a pattern there, and it's a subclass pattern, guys. All right? And this is designed to break their infantry. That's why it's an attacking formation. Now, the back brace is going to have 2 formations to it because I'm going to solve 2 problems with it. One, for all your guys that are not rally and tower leaders, they're going to have their standard formation that they're going to send. And then I'm going to build the, I think I'm going to call it the cold pack. And what it's going to be is a small formation that you send reinforcements with. Because what happens during these events is, out of simplicity, everybody says, send infantry. Infantry ain't the only thing that died. Infantry ain't the only thing in your mix. And if you reinforce a tower, if I watch you reinforce a tower with infantry 3-4 times, Spine Breaker is going to break your spine. I promise you. It's designed to get you after the first second. You know, we throw a mega rally at you and you guys start throwing filler, you're weak. I'm going to make sure you got no more infantry left for the day. You've got to learn how to refill in small increments. And so I hadn't thought of the name yet, but it's either compress or cold pack or something. I don't know. The point's going to be to send small 15K marches, say 3 or 4 of them back to back, spread them out every 2 minutes so that you're filling your march back up, not in one big shot, and letting the game determine that it's only going to take the top tiers and send the rest back. Okay, now you know what I'm talking about, why that's a problem. Is it goes, oh, I'm just going to take your top tier infantry that you sent and I'm going to throw everything else away. We don't want it doing that. There's about 6 or 7 mobs that we want to, troops that we want to actually go in that tower and start padding it back up. Your mix will never be as good until you replace your formation completely. And that's something you should be doing with time. You should be sending 3 of these compresses in there to fill so that they land right after the hit. That's a timing issue. And then as it calms down, swap your march out. So that's ideal. But this is part of, I got to build the tool in order to show you the technique. All right. If you've ever been up against us in a KVK, wine's freaking everywhere, man. It's an insane situation going on there. And then you always got people barking orders that don't know why they're barking the orders. You know, and I'm not picking on them, but it's better than what goes on elsewhere. It's not optimized, is the best way to put it. And I just bite my tongue at the lack of optimization and settle for it's better than what we could be doing. So, which is crap. Sorry for not being quicker on that cough button. All right, so Spinebreaker 2 is there. Then we got the gallery channel. All right, and then you see my latest video that I just put up there before this one, which is, so this one will replace this one on the page. So you go to the page, it won't be there. There's a subscribe button there. There's a subscribe button there. You got to turn the bells on with YouTube these days. They're really adamant about that bell thing. Or you're just not going to get it. And you see, I'm slowly going through and cleaning up the lists and specifically the titles and things like that. And then this one's about cleaning up the troop calculator stuff because I've got really, really old content out there that is outranking me due to age, even though our numbers are phenomenally better than theirs with the other stuff. Now, so there's the calculators, the Wolf Hunters right there. Gatebuster and Wolf Hunter are still the same. I am not going to go crazy on the Gatebuster calculator because I don't know if they've been giving stats away so damn cheaply, guys, that that we're down to doing 100K marches again, like we're a freaking newbie alliance doing level 1 stuff. We can't get enough rallies off because we're 2 shot in the freaking gate with C30s. So that's. And then the Musketeer Forts calculator. Guys, honestly, use that. The loot that comes out of the daily Musketeer Fort cannot be ignored. That is good stuff. That is where you're going to keep maximizing out your war talents. I'm the only person who puts out a Musketeer Forts calculator. Use it. And then when you lose one of those matches, can't get back to the next page, play with the sliders a little bit. It doesn't take much. Once you start playing with the Guru, you will realize, don't go putting 10% chunks in there. 1% at a time, and even 0.5% can make a massive difference in the calculator. So, now, the one that I put up there is the one that I'm using at this moment. But a week from now, when I get more attack stat or more defense stat or more health stat or whatever it is I'm stacking that week because the event of the week, I will go in there and adjust my march a little bit. Now it's easier for me than it will be for you. But it's good to use that calculator. Get a laptop set up, open up the Excel spreadsheet, go play around in the mines, and see what changes. It will give you a great understanding of what goes on tier to tier to tier. Now, I'm going to caution a myth out there. Like on defense, where we go, R2s, 4s, 6s, 8s, infantry. There's the ones. Yes, if you stockpile your castle full of that stuff, that's what dies, and that's all that dies. But the reason those are dying has to do with what's above it not being strong enough to take care of it. So in the war talent days, if you want to reduce that death on defense, we are going to empower the protective class that protects the defensive troops. So that's why the back brace is going to be different with different war talents. And then the guys who are going to tower fill, they're never going to be a tower leader, are going to have a completely war talent setup different than the tower leaders, and they're going to be there to really just support the hell out of you guys. It's going to be really good. It's going to be better. We're doing what we can do. I still acknowledge that I talked about snipers a long time ago, and I haven't put out in the tools or the spreadsheets or things like that, but I'm working on it. I promise you. It's one of those things where a sniper needs to have 2 or 3 formations, and we just got the second spine breaker done. So I'm at that point where they can do that. So we're going to be talking about that. And then I promise also I'm going to put some organizational sheets out for KVK leaders, kingdom leaders, so that they can assign jobs, assign tasks, and do some instruction on what days you need to be doing that. It will vary from the kingdom you're in one of 2 ways. Either KVK and your KE are on the same weekend, or UAC and KE are on the same weekend. And that will determine your blood event as well. So like in my kingdom right now, Blood War is in the same day as KVK. I mean, so what they've done is they've disrupted our ability to plan. If I'd have had to do what I'm doing now 6 months ago, we'd have never got our kingdom together. No way. Blood War would have messed it all up. It would have stayed chaos because I got lucky to where I had about 4 KVKs where I would bring tower leaders and the R5s would all leave their alliances on Tuesday for KVK that Saturday. We would go through all their gear, go through all their airships quietly, post up the stat reports, and tune and talk and get them right and get them to recognize what they should have looked like. And then when they came over, their guys have respect for them. They don't have respect for me. That's their R5. I'm not their R5. They don't want to hear from me. And so at that point, their R5 checks their stats. Okay? So we train the people that train the people. And we leave the leadership and respect where it belongs with the people that are leading their people. There's a method to the madness. So this is how you get lots of alliances to participate. Is you don't leave them out. You don't turn around and say, well, you ain't got castles big enough to help us. So in the planning sheets, we're going to talk about strategy centers. Is your strategy center ready? Teach these R5s to double check their gunpowder. Make sure they're asking people to put the gunpowder in. You know, it's a 2-week deal to get your gunpowder loaded. Kind of give them schedules for their R4s, R5s, and when and what buffs they can push and not screw over a KVK by making sure they have enough gunpowder to participate. So, that's what the strategy center video goes through the buttons and starts to talk about the interaction to where 1 or 2 techniques can burn 3 alliances timers. And you've seen on our videos, we go into these 20-hour epic KVKs against monster kingdoms. That means we need every weapon in our arsenal. And as we get bigger and bigger and stronger, we don't need these techniques anymore. We're going to start overpowering people. And I want to get the strategy portion done before we get to the point of just brute forcing people. I don't want to be the elimination of strategy. The strategy portion is what entices me to the game, guys. There's a reason I'm not a C40. I could afford a C40 if I wanted to. I spend more filming these videos than it would cost me to be a C40 last month. All right, there's a lot of bandwidth usage here. So there is my places to follow me. If you're trying to get a hold of me, there's a reason LinkedIn's on up first there, guys. I'm not going to post my email account, and I'm not, and my phone number is actually really not that hard to find. Just go on to LinkedIn, join LinkedIn, contact me via there. Hold on 1 second. I got to get another bad cough out. I just cannot numb that throat up enough. Okay, so there's the calculators. Spinebreaker 2 is number 2 on the list. And look for the war talent things. Now, there's debate still because of like the old Tempted Death one. Did I talk about Tempted Death? Tempted Death was the old one where you stack tier 2 meat shields. Okay. We quit using that back in September of last year. I started working on Spinebreaker 1, and Spinebreaker 1 came out December 1st. And you'll see videos of something that looks like my Tempted Death Express spreadsheet that doesn't have my name on it. But like I said, we take time, we develop our own product. A lot of what we did was I looked at other people's products. We don't dismiss it. Math is math. 2 + 2 = 2, no matter who does it. It's just, does the math they're doing work, or does the math they're doing generate ads? All right, so we've got to generate an ad on the page just like anybody else does. We are going to be well over 1 million views. 30,000 a day. We're going to be somewhere around 900,000 to 1 million views next month, and you got to pay for that bandwidth. It ain't free. It's not like your home account where it's $49.99 a month for 100 megs unlimited. We got this stuff set up in a data center. I got 6 servers backed up in there on 7 phone companies backed up to it. It's $4,000 or $5,000 a month just in bandwidth. We put some commitment into this, and so this is the cleanup that I'm going to, because I'm going to start doing other stuff as well. Rogers Raiders, I want to be a branded account. So let's say you're running your YouTube channel and you're searching around going, hell, I want to be like Gunmuse. All right, guys, because I am going to start going up in the rankings. I do know that math too. So I do other math, and I looked at my own stuff, and I wasn't doing well because I didn't care enough to rank in YouTube. I just wanted YouTube to hold the video so that I didn't have to. So get a hold of me through a comment in YouTube if you're doing some generation stuff and you think you've got enough. And usually I want to see about 30, 40 videos, I think, so that we have 3 or 4 pages. And if it's good quality stuff, if you're speaking to an audience, I don't have any female gurus. It's either I can't find you or you don't exist. I know on my stats, only 3% now. It was 1.5. I'm up to 3.5% of my viewers are female. So I find it hard to believe how many female pitchers are in the game. I'm just saying, I get real stats, and the stats say you're a dude. I'm going to keep teasing on that one. It's just twerking people. Don't tell them that I'm picking on them. But I do want to showcase you. All right. I'll do the math. I'll do the calculators. And here's the beauty of this. Any advertising that you get from YouTube stays yours. When they watch your video and they see an ad, it's your money, not my money. I don't get a share of it. It stays your money. All right? I'm not trying to steal from you. I'm trying to send people to you. I would much rather people who love to make videos make good videos. All right? So I didn't even ask. I just started sending him traffic. That's what I did. So you guys seeing this for the first time today, go check out his videos, subscribe to his channel. Like some of his stuff. Tell him, Gunmuse from Rogers Raiders sent me, and I'm glad I found you. He'll be thankful for just that comment alone. But that's how he's making money. He's got a picture of his kid there. He's probably got to buy baby formula, things like that. He can't afford to be throwing money in this game. So if you want to watch his things, give him ad money. Give him ad money. I don't care. But I noticed from his videos where he started branding, smart, and so when I saw that he has gone from this to committed to this, I said, this guy's wanting to be the next level, and I'll support that. I love professionals. I love people who delve themselves into being better every day, and he's one of them, so I showcased him. If you want to be one of those people, be one of those people. All right, guys? I will... you're going to have a platform with me if you're putting out quality product, I promise you. And I am actively seeking a female influencer of some kind, so that women can speak to women. I've got a military tone in my voice. I'm very direct, and I can just absolutely trigger issues in people who have issues. There's a large portion of the population out there that hates confidence. And confidence comes with experience and knowledge. I'm sorry, I'm an older gentleman, and I've been places, done stuff. This is not complicated for me. It's just time consuming. And I thank you guys every time you thank me for the acknowledgement of what I put forward here. This came simply down to, I went and tried to Google when I started playing the game, and there was nothing but Chinese sites trying to sell you third-party RSS and things like that. That's all there was on Google when I started. That's it. I literally went to war with China. I did not go to war with Esqua. I did not go to war with Phoenix. I did not go to war with Captain Cowboy. But when I got into the market doing what I do for so long, it drove traffic away from them. I get it. When I stepped it up to building our own products in time, and I went, guys, there's another method of the madness here. You go to this calculator, I don't make you log in. I know that most of you got to see this on a phone. All right, I know you do. I've got to put an ad in there to offset some of these costs. You know, I'm not taking money and throwing it out the door. But at the same time, I want you to be able to get in there, use it, copy the link, tell people in your alliance where it's at, go use this, put it in there. Remember, Spinebreaker 2 is better than, don't wait for the back brace. Start using the Spinebreaker 2. I'm using it for my defensive march right now anyway. I already know in my head what I need to do. Just hadn't got to it yet. It's one of those things where I can delve more into the math, or I can get a couple things done for you guys. So I got a little things done with you guys. I got a great big article coming out. We're doing lots of politics stuff with I got 7 countries that are trying to legislate games. And this is one of these things where for those of you who don't know, I was a National Deputy Chief of Staff for the VFW. I sit down, I speak with senators and congressmen on a regular basis, and I live in a corrupt state. I live in the state of New Mexico. There is nothing more corrupt than New Mexico politics right now. I don't even think New Jersey comes close to how bad we are. We're the ones that were running the child terrorist camp right next to the state capitol. That was 4 miles down the road from the child rape center run by Bill Clinton and cronies. And no one's arrested. The people training children to be bombers got out on bail for free. All they had to do was sign a piece of paper. That we're a very corrupt state. So from my perspective, the garbage that you see spewing out of people's mouths, we've noticed that no matter what country they come from, where they are, that it winds up being a conditioned response. They're being trained to ignore a fact, reject a fact, and replace an upset feeling that a fact has been inserted into the conversation. And it doesn't matter what fact we're talking about at all. There's no topic to where any thought other than what's already in their head has to be met with a hateful comment. And then they'll literally say, "You're so mean," right after they say something hateful to you. They'll try and flip the script, that like they're not even a part of the conversation where they're rude. And I wish it was just one person. I say, "Oh wow, that one person's wackadoodle." It is getting prevalent. And so the article is about which came first. Are they getting this stuff from in the games? And that's why the governments want to legislate the games, is they say the games are influencing you to be this. And my perspective is that it's being brought to the game where it is spreading as a community value inside the game. And therefore, the people who don't want to participate, those of you who do not look at Kingdom Chat ever because it is just a mess, yeah, that's the person that's, that's, you just need to violently hurt them digitally in game. It's like, I see you running your mouth, burn them. You know what? We're tired of you. We're just going to burn you. I said, every time I see you talking Kingdom Chat that way to somebody, I'm just going to burn you. I don't want that near me. I don't want to let my kid borrow my phone and see you talking about, I'll insert something vile here type things. But, and guys, I'm an ex-sailor. No one curses more than me. But my guys in the Alliance know I got rules against that in my AC chat. I don't participate in Kingdom Chat hardly ever. And the reason is I know that good people who just want to come home, sit down, and enjoy the game and get better at it, learn new things, play with other people, oftentimes don't even want to talk. They just want to mindlessly click the buttons and relax. And vile comments rolling through that stuff disrupts that. So it's one of those things where the guy running vile comments may say he's having fun, but he's having fun knowing he's being disruptive. So we call them trolls. So let's not get too crazy with that, but that's coming. So that's one of the other reasons I'm pushing some of these guys. I want some good YouTubers. I'm looking for you guys. I've seen some kids out there, you know, that are recording YouTube, putting new videos up. You know, I'm not going to be random. I want somebody that's committed to go through my project list, go through Esquire's project list, start over. Here's the thing. They keep updating the game. Go through the stuff that I haven't updated and redo the video yourself. Some hints here. Write an outline. That's one of my worst things. I have no outline. I ramble on like I'm doing now. I just ramble on. The hell with it. Be better than me. That's the goal here. All right, guys? But the tools are there, and I'm going to get you more tools. I promise you. I'm going to get the tools so that these YouTubers that want to come and get promoted by me can have tools to talk about. And then I'm going to turn around and get you so that they can turn around and tell their R5s and R4s the tools that they get to got. That's how you develop a community. So, this is Don. I'm in Kingdom 362. And for all you who are moving to Kingdom 362 to join up with me, you are welcome. We've got a few rules, so to be in my alliance border, you have to be a C20. And if you watch my planned farming community, you'll understand why. But you can be in the alliance and just not be in the borders. We got another place to park you while you grow. And we are gaining in traffic in an old kingdom just because people like what we're doing. And I appreciate that. And we'll do our best. I've got people who love to teach. And it's what's part of keeps them active. And that's one of the things we want to do with these tools is make sure that you get people in your alliance that love teaching people. And if they've got a little copy paste where to put links in, read this, watch this, man, they're awesome. They can really help your alliance grow fast. Because the one guy that may be asking questions, there's 5 who copied the link. So yeah, don't think that lack of activity is a lack of activity. Watch, as an R5, watch who is growing when someone else is learning and who grew along with them. And you will see some really, really interesting things happen. Your whole alliance will benefit from it. And that's what this is about. It sounds like that I'm always picking on the guys that I'm trying to push aside, but we're trying to push them aside so that the 80% of the people that we want to play with don't quit. I'm not here to make the 5% who think being an ass is the most fun thing ever. I don't care about you. I'm not going to care about you. I really just don't care about your feelings. And the more you whine about your feelings and can't articulate a debate to the conclusion of you've submitted a fact that I can't counter, just means that you haven't grown up yet. You are not even worth anything in your own world because you cannot back up the BS coming out of your mouth. It's just BS. Sit there on your phone, wait for the guy to come take you to prison because that's about your job skills heading towards. So, I'm teasing them, guys. I really am. I'm just poking. Oh, man, I'm going to get all kinds of nasty comments on that, but I love it. All right, so down in the bottom right-hand corner is the subscribe button. Don't miss out. On the website is the... You know what? I may bring you back in here. If It does. Okay. Looky here. I'm going to open my Firefox. And look what popped up here at the top. We would like to show you notifications for the latest news and updates. Allow. Allow. All right. You're going to see this pop up come up down here. This is a push notification system. And for those who, and I got about 800 people on that right now. Because people don't want to give out their stuff. You're not actually giving it to me. I got a privacy thing that takes care of all that stuff. But what happens is those people got a push notification about the calculator being up before you did. That way they have a chance to kill you before you figure it out. That's being the first to know. And that is my way of getting around Google having 100% control of my audience. And then, like I said, anything that we post up to Facebook or Twitter or any of those other videos that we're doing that stuff with now, that stuff doesn't count on the view list. They don't count that. So my real number is somewhere around 1 million a month right now, and we're tickled with that. And like I said, I know I've been getting lazy on putting the graphics and the things like that up there. I got a little pissed off that Google demonetized my my article on July 4th. I did a whole spiel on the people who signed the Declaration of Independence. If you have not read and watched that video, it will make you cry. Because you did not know the history of this country. So, you hear the pride in my voice even writing it. So this is Don, Kingdom 362. And hit the subscribe button for the YouTube down in the bottom right hand corner. Do not forget the bell notifications. And when you come over to the website, don't forget to subscribe over there to look at some of Esqua's videos and subscribe to him as well. And if you are a wannabe entrepreneur on YouTube about Guns of Glory Gaming, I want you to be one too. So I'm specifically looking for a woman just because I'm wondering if the stats are that skewed or if it's just we're not speaking well to women. They don't want to hear the gruff, rough voice. But honestly, a woman who puts herself on camera, the one that tags the Guns of Glory stuff but doesn't talk about any of the Guns of Glory stuff, on YouTube she's got hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people. I cannot compete with big boobs and a low V t-shirt. So I'm not going to try to. If somebody that actually wants to talk about Guns of Glory will get into that market, ladies, there's a market for it. I promise you. I got a 98.5% male audience out here that would much rather listen to you than listen to me. So I'm handing you the keys to the kingdom, if so to speak. I appreciate it all. Thank you very much.